Hello everybody, back here again for another episode of Idiot's Guide to Woodworking. And what I have here is a very early attempt at a coffee table. And you can see I've got the little corners notched out right here. That was not intentional, but when I was running it through my planer to smooth off those edges, both those corners got broke out. It was actually broke out a lot worse. I cut it down a little shorter, and in the process of running it through the planer again, I lost that corner again. So figure I'll go ahead and leave them there. Not a super big deal. It's probably going to be for me, so not really a problem. There's also, if you notice, like some gaps here and stuff. I kind of wanted that in there just to kind of give a little bit more of a rustic look to it. Haven't decided if I'm going to burn this or if I'm going to maybe try that steel wool, and I think it's vinegar finish on it to give it a real old aged look. The corner trims here are, I believe, oak, and the rest of this is just pallet wood. This is just cut off pieces I got from leftover from a factory job that was thrown out in the trash. So everything here is trash except for the glue. And then I went ahead and actually did the whole backside here. Those are all pocket hole screws for my pocket hole jig. So you can kind of see down here where I screwed up, and that one kind of got cut off there, but it's not a big deal because the screw goes in that way, so not a problem. You can also see there's like a lot of voids back here and that. Part of me thought about running those really heavy duty voids up, like even here on the top, to give it a real older, much worse look, but I decided to say to heck with it and at least start off this first one just kind of a semi beat up look, I guess. Don't know, like I said, what finish I'm going to put on it yet, if I'm going to go. Hell, I might just paint the thing. I got some barn red paint. Might not look too bad. There's a little bit like the gap here where my 45s aren't exactly perfect, but oh well. It's good enough. It looks a lot better on the top side here. A little bit of gap. Once I figure out what finish I'm going to use, I'll probably put some wood filler in it and go ahead and use it from there. So still at this moment, I have absolutely no idea what kind of legs I want to go with yet or anything. So I'm definitely confused at that moment. The thought has crossed my mind about maybe grabbing like an old treadle sewing machine, something like that, and a screw to the bottom. Don't know if I'm going to do that yet. Don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. So hopefully I'll figure that out. I need to find something that 14 to 16 inch range for a coffee table height seems to be the height that I want. And all my sewing machine things are going to be way too tall. So I might make a trip down to, I know a guy that's got an old virtually it's a junkyard, but it's just his own stuff, a lot of old farm equipment, all that kind of thing. I might head down to his place, see if I can't find some weird old rustic type looking stuff to make a base out of this. I also kicked the idea around about using like a car rim or like the old wagon rims and kind of cutting them in half and making those the feet for it, but still don't know what I'm doing yet. So anyway, this is what I got at the moment. As soon as I figure out where my next step is, I will definitely touch base and let you guys know that. There is a small spot right here, not sure if you're going to see it. This tiny little thing right here, see if I get that focus, and basically is where the pocket hole screw is starting to stick through. I've sanded down some. There's also a spot right there where it's doing the same thing. So not a real big deal, but I need to figure out how to set this up because I wanted to sand this down after I got it all together, and I've got to figure out a way of keeping my screws a little bit shallower. So I don't know if I need to maybe set it at a little less than 3/4, which I'm already at a little less than 3/4. I might set it at half and say to heck with it. That way I'm way out of the way and not have to worry about it. So this outside edge has just been glued on, and there's a brad nail every 6-8 inches or so. So anyway, there's also a corner right here. As you can see, I'm kind of missing that spot. Not a big deal. I thought about coming in like puttying all these in, but I doubt I kind of like the gaps. I kind of like the voids. So don't know what I'm doing exactly with it yet. I think next time when I do it, you can kind of see I've got some of these boards that have a little more darker wood to them, and I think I might interchange those a little more often, make it more of like a herringbone weaving pattern. So anyway, so what I have at the moment, it was kind of fun putting it all together and then trying to cut it on a table saw, making sure I kept all my screws in far enough not to hit them with the table saw. So I didn't get any earlier video of this at all. Hopefully if I build another one, I'll think about it ahead of time and shoot some early stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in part 2. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day.